I'm Ryan Pannone, assistant coach with the Erie Bayhawks in the NBA D-League, and this is BasketballHQ.com. This is our Stephen Curry floater warm-up drill. With this drill, we do this before we even stretch. It's typically one of the first things we do once we step on the floor with our NBA players. And what we have them doing is they're going to make 50 total floaters from make 10 from 5 spots. Of that 50 and of that 10 from each spot, they're making 5 with their right hand and 5 with their left hand. For the purpose of this drill, we'll make 2 with our right hand and 2 with our left hand. Now, as they're going through this, he's going to make 2 consecutively, or 2 total with his right hand before he moves to his weak hand. But every other shot is going to be a 1-foot floater or a 2-foot floater. Once he gets to the wing area, the top of the key and the opposite wing, every other shot will also be off the backboard. I like this drill for a few reasons. One, most players, they only take 3 or 4 floaters throughout the course of the day. They don't spend a whole lot of time working on it, but they want to shoot 3 or 4 in a game. It's much like a 3-point shot. If a player only took 3 or 4 threes a day and they want to take 3 or 4 threes in a game, it's not a skill they've really worked to own. 2, you end up making 25 weak hand shots, so it really develops that weak hand before you even start practice or workout. 3, you're working on backboard touch shots, so you're really gaining that skill of owning the backboard. And 4, it's really good in terms of just developing your touch. And once again, we do this before we even stretch. So what our player is going to do, he's going to start a few feet back, he's going to catch, he's going to take 1 dribble, and he's going to alternate between shooting a 1-foot floater and a 2-foot floater. Go ahead, go. Good. Now, one of the things we want our players to do is make sure when they take that dribble, their eyes are up. Most players, as you'll see them, they take that dribble and they look down at the floor. We want our eyes on the rim. The other thing, as you can see there, with his left hand, he did a good job with his right hand. He's just kind of throwing it up. And when you do that, you don't have a whole lot of control. You're not really guiding the ball. You're just kind of throwing it towards the hoop. And so what I want you to think of is you would never shoot a jump shot like this. You would always follow through because you're guiding it into the rim. And that's the same thing we want our players doing on our floaters. Now, obviously, sometimes you'll see in the NBA where guys will throw it up like that. 1, they're the best players in the world. 2, their hand-eye coordination is typically incredible. But these are the things that we teach. These are the teaching drills on our floaters. We want them following through right there. He kind of stopped. We want them following through just like a shot. Okay, we really want them guiding the ball into that hoop with these 2 fingers. Now, this is great. As you notice, Tony Parker is great with a 2-foot floater, and Steph Curry is great off a 1-foot floater. So this is a really good skill to work with your players on every day. Make sure we're following through on it every time. He's doing a really good job of keeping his eyes up, though. We want to eye our target. Good. Make sure we follow that through. This is also good, as I said, on owning the backboard. Now, as you start out with this drill, it's going to probably take your players maybe 10 minutes because they're not used to shooting floaters this way, and they're also not used to scoring it off the backboard. But as you get used to it, your touch will become much better, your floater will become much better. It'll end up becoming about a 5-minute warm-up for you. And if you did this every day, like I said, you'll have made 25 weak hand shots before you even start practice, which most players, their weak hand floater and their weak hand in general is far deficient compared to their dominant hand. I'm Ryan Pannone, and this is BasketballHQ.com.